What's good, everybody? Vala here once again, and welcome finally to the Messy Workbench once again. I finally have it kind of cleared off, at least in terms of the main workspace area. There's still loads of garbage and junk and stuff all around, which I will get to cleaning eventually because I want to organize things around here. But that is not the point of today's video. Today we are taking a look at Toxin. This is a modified Takedown that is powered by a couple different things. First and foremost is powered by the Turf Blaster Springs Pro RX Spring, which gives this a nice boost in performance, as well as the 01 Tech pump grip for the Takedown, because with an upgraded spring, you really need a much beefier pump grip to be able to pull back that much spring load, because the stock pump is a little bit slick in my opinion. And this is an excellent option for those wanting to sort of upgrade the upgrade the Takedown without having to, you know, resort to spending 2 hours on stippling a grip like I did before I ended up getting this. It is a very nice big pump grip for the Takedown. Moving on to the paint job, it is a lime green base with some highlights of a nice ultra blue, like an electric blue sort of color. I then gave some sponge brushing of a very nice sort of blue that has gold glitter in it. So it's sort of a blue-green kind of thing with a little bit of gold sheen, you know. And then I did a nice wash of black to really accent these panels, because the whole body, since I didn't paint separate panels different colors, I wanted to really accent those panels anyway and really break up the solid flat color that it is. So washes of black and everything, wiping it back, making sure it stays more into the cracks and everything. You can do that sort of thing with a Gundam panel lining marker, where you just use a little bit of alcohol to wipe away the excess. But yeah, I like the way this looks a whole lot better with the black back here to sort of blend it in. Would have been nice to have the pump grip a different color, but I wanted the pump to match the main grip. So there is that. And you don't really see lime green much in blasters other than like the Modulus line and the Vortex VTX stuff, which is, I'm not sure if it's really a lime green so much as it is more of just a light green. I'd have to really get my hands on a VTX blaster, so, you know. But yeah, this is very, very fun. Now, we're going to go outside, where I'm going to get a little bit of range on this thing, so you can see it and everything, and see how the hop-up is and everything, see if it drifts off to one side or another. Double fed. Definitely tends to curve towards the right. That might be because, nope, it doesn't look like the hop-up tab is curved in any sort of way, but, you know, it might be remedied by, you know, just taking the blaster and tilting it slightly when you use it, which I think is sort of the intent anyway. Or a 3D printable hop-up tab would be nice. That way, for stronger springs, you can have a more aggressive hop-up, so you can sort of adjust depending on what ammo you're using. We're back! And yes, this thing is quite nice. The main issue is it does tend to drift off to the right, but with a new hop-up tab and stuff, it might be able to fix that. But, you know, you could always tilt the blaster slightly to remedy that. But that might have just been down to the Adventure Force HIR replacements that I was using. I don't really have many proton rounds or anything to test with, so that will probably be something in the future. But yeah, the main thing about this blaster with the Pro RX spring is it is quite beefy. A lot of people, like whenever I hand it to them, really had to brace it against their body. So there is that. But yeah, I'm getting average of about 145-ish with these rounds. So that is with an upgraded set of O-rings in there that I had spare from a Chronos set, because this thing is basically just a big Chronos. Or, you know, if you want it to be a little bit closer, it's just a Reaper shotgun with a pump on it instead of having the weird ring D-pole prime thing, which was nice for the fact that you could dual wield them a little bit easier that way, just by, you know, reaching around with like a couple fingers from your grip. But the grips on those things are horrendous in my opinion, but that is sort of down to the original design of the Hellfire shotgun from the game. But that is besides the point. This thing's awesome. As ever, I will always leave a link down below to where you can get the parts that I use. I'll leave a link down below to 01 Tech's website. He is in Canada, but he is able to ship to the States, so that is always handy. As well as Foam Freaks, where you can get the really, really nice Pro RX spring that is basically a drop-in boost of up to about like 150-ish for rival blasters, as long as it's sort of Chronos based. And for you guys, we've got a coupon code, which really kind of blew me away whenever he said that they've got a coupon code for me now, which if you just use code VALOR, V-A-L-O-U-R, capital V, you'll get about 10% off at checkout, which is really nice, especially if you're wanting to pick up some parts for like your rival blaster, your long shot, your retaliator, that sort of thing. They even have some HPA parts, which is quite nice. They also have things like the Accuratio, which is really handy for upgraded springers and such. And they will soon be selling my custom ring pull that I made for the Chronos and never really did anything with. So I'll be sending them a batch of those to sell on, as well as some jam doors. So that will be nice. And be sure to tell me what you think about this in the comments down below. It is very, very nice to hear from you guys down below, and it does help with the nasty YouTube algorithm. They really like to fight against the creators nowadays, especially after Adpocalypse 1 and 2 and all that jazz. So be sure to leave a comment down below where you, like, on your thoughts about this thing, what you might have done differently, what you want me to do next. And as ever, I'll leave links down below to my Patreon where you can support me for starting at $1 a month, and then that'll get you your name in the credits of the video, as well as sneak peeks at what I'm working at, because I tend to upload pictures and stuff there, as well as giving me some feedback on things I'm building. As ever, my name is Valor. Thanks for watching.